Picture this, you're a young girl in 10th century China, and the trendiest thing you can do is have the smallest feet in town. But, there's a catch. Those tiny feet don't come naturally. No. They're crafted, shaped, molded through the extremely painful process of foot binding. So, how did this start? And why in the world did it become such a big deal? The origins of foot binding are a bit mysterious, but most historians believe it all started with Emperor Liu in the Tang dynasty. Legend has it that he was mesmerized by the delicate dance of a concubine who performed on her toes. Her feet bound into a small, crescent shape, resembling a lotus flower. The emperor was so captivated that this peculiar beauty standard quickly spread like wildfire through the aristocracy. But wait, it gets crazier. By the Song dynasty, around the 10th century, foot binding wasn't just a royal obsession anymore. It had become the ultimate status symbol for Chinese women. If you wanted to be seen as high class, those feet needed to be around 3 inches long. Yeah, 3 inches. They even had a name for it, golden lotus feet. I mean, who needs high heels when you've got that, right? So, how did they achieve these teeny tiny tootsies? Well, brace yourself. The process started when girls were as young as 5 to 9 years old. First, their feet were soaked in a mixture of herbs and animal blood to soften them up. Then, their toes, except the big toe, were curled under the sole and tightly bound with cloth, forcing the arch to break and the foot to fold in half. Ouch. This process was repeated daily until the desired size was reached. Can you imagine? And the pain wasn't the only issue. Foot binding could lead to some pretty gnarly side effects, like infections, gangrene, and even paralysis. But despite all that, it stuck around for centuries. Why? Because those tiny feet were seen as the ultimate sign of beauty, femininity, and, believe it or not, moral virtue. Bound feet also had a practical aspect, believe it or not. For many women, it was a way to secure a good marriage. A woman with small feet was considered more attractive and virtuous, making her more desirable to potential suitors. It was also a way to ensure that women stayed close to home, because, let's face it, walking with bound feet was more of a painful shuffle than a stroll in the park. But, like all things, foot binding's popularity eventually waned. By the late 19th and early 20th centuries, reformers and missionaries started to speak out against it, and the practice was officially banned in 1912. However, some women continued the tradition in secret, and the last known cases of foot binding were seen as late as the 1950s. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more fun facts.